There are a lot of theories on what the next evolutionary stage of the internet will be like. Some believe it will alter how we connect with the internet, while others believe the changes will be ideological rather than functional. Whatever anyone says, one thing is certain, Web 3.0 will fundamentally bring openness, transparency, trustlessness, and decentralization. Before we analyze these terms, let us understand what is Web 3.0. Web 3.0 is the advancement of the World Wide Web to include blockchains, which are the technology behind cryptocurrencies such as Ethereum, Bitcoin, and others. It can also be applied to the metaverse, which was popularized by Mark Zuckerberg of Meta. It essentially means that instead of being a spectator on the internet, people now have fair ownership of their online appearance. So now the question is, how Web 3.0 is going to change the digital era in 2022. Web 3.0 will fundamentally bring openness or transparency, trustlessness, and decentralization. Now let us understand these terms. Number 1. Openness and transparency. The fact that Web 3.0 will be an open network is a fundamental distinguishing feature. Openness ensured that the application or program are developed using open source software. This means that an open community of developers can access the code via the internet. Additionally, open source application development and deployment will be transparent. Because of the open nature of Web 3.0, all open source programs are essentially virtual resources that should be made available to anyone who wants to profit from them. Number 2. Trustless Network. A trustless network is not a new idea. Excluding any so-called trusted third parties from any virtual transactions or interactions has long been a popular concept. Data theft is a major fear among internet users all around the world, so entrusting our data to third parties doesn't seem appropriate. Trustless networks ensured no intermediaries interfere with any online transactions. The wildly popular blockchain technology is a good illustration of honesty. Blockchain is mostly used in cryptocurrency transactions. It specifies a protocol in which only the participants in a transaction are connected in a peer-to-peer fashion. There is no need for a middleman. Number 3. Decentralized. Today, social networking is extremely popular. And it's easy to see why. It allows us to connect and communicate with friends and strangers alike, regardless of where they are located. However, social media platforms are owned by a small number of companies. And these few companies have access to the personal information of millions of people. Isn't it terrifying? This is only one example of how businesses hold and use our personal information for unknown and inconceivable reasons. Decentralization is a concept that tries to reduce data centralization by providing alternatives that dethrone the web's gatekeepers. According to experts, Web 3.0 will promote the concept of decentralization in its entirety. Data will be kept in a number of safe internet locations. This will eliminate any dangers of data loss and shatter the huge data silos that currently contain our data. The bottom line is Web 3.0 is the next step in the internet's evolution, and its foundations have already been set. According to current standards, Web 3.0 will be a huge advance in network technology, since it will be a hyper-intelligent network capable of digesting information like a human. Aside from the technological marvels promised by Web 3.0, it also proposes the application of certain ideas that will dramatically alter today's network's existing mode of operation. And we, as end users, will usher in a new era of networking, one that blurs the barriers between the physical and digital worlds even more.